Hey, Professor Ung. So this is going to be a tutorial of NCAA and how consumers would have seen it when the game first came out. They would first boot it up. This is a profile that I have not touched any rosters. I have not made a save profile. This is just a brand new, unchanged version of this game. I won't even add a storage device. We are going to continue without saving. And we are going to go and we're going to select Florida as our school just because it shows it shows how they come out of the tunnel. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into team management, and it will let us edit rosters. We are going to scroll down, and we actually don't want Florida first. We want South Carolina. So first, booting up the game, brand new, the first thing you do is select the school that's your favorite, and then you could go in and check the rosters. We want this right in number 7. You'll see he is a junior, 6'6", 256 pounds. Balanced is the type of player he is, from Goose Creek, South Carolina. Now, if you look at his actual roster spot, from the South Carolina website, it is Jadeveon Clowney. The only thing they changed was his name and his hometown. He was a defensive end, as you'll see in the other game. They have him as a defensive end, 6'6". His weight is a little different, but he did gain weight before this season. And they have his year correct, so that is just a 1-to-1 recreation of Jadeveon Clowney. Now, when we go back into the game, let's say we wanted this to be Jadeveon Clowney exactly. I just type A, or I hit the A button, and it gives us the ability to change his name. I could type Jadeveon Clowney, and then right end is defensive end, so they're the same position, and I could change his hometown. I could also, let's say they got his helmet wrong, I could go in and change that to whatever helmet was available at the time. We're going to discard those changes, and just to show that this is not only for the best athletes, that they actually used everyone, this is just someone I know, left tackle number 55 from South Alabama. We go to his roster spot, and that's Chris May. He is offensive lineman. They have him listed at 6'5", 290. You'll see at the top here that this is the 2015 roster. So he is listed as a senior, but he would have been a sophomore at the time of making of this game. They have him listed as 6'4", 285 pounds. Instead of Tuscumbia, Alabama, they have him from Redstone Arsenal, so that's them changing the hometown. Now we are going to go to Florida, just for an example. We are going to the Fs and Florida. Who we want is QB number 6. That is a gentleman named Jeff Driscoll. They have him listed as a junior from Oviedo, 6'4", 230 pounds. He was a redshirt junior. And we go back into the game. He is a junior, 6'4", 7-pound difference, different hometown, but pretty much a 1-to-1 likeness. The only player I've seen who's had an incorrect state listed, and I went through pretty much the entire roster on this, is halfback number 28. His name is Alti Tenpenny in real life. He is from Arkansas. They have him listed as from Alaska. That is pretty much probably an issue with, we want to do not save. Pretty much a data entry error, but why this is an issue, they load up the game, they pick the school they play for. We want a non-rivalry game. Let's just go Idaho. You'll see the playbook that they were playing with. You'll see the uniforms they were wearing. And it allows you to pick the stadium that they play in. and this is going to load. Another thing I found just while this is loading, this is a website about NCAA Football 12. It gives pretty much, it shows that EA actually facilitated a website that they allowed people to edit the roster at work. It says, where was it? Oh, bored at work, looking for something to pass the time. The ever-popular Team Builder is back for the latest game of NCAA football. You can create your school online with the web app while you're away from your Xbox or PS3. With Team Builder, you can customize everything like logos, uniforms, fields, stadiums, mascots, programs, and rosters. So, if they had a player you didn't that you wanted in the game, you could create them at work. You could change the rosters for teams at work. This is not something you had to do on the Xbox, and people could go in and download that. We are going to go back into the game because it is loaded. It will show you the top players for each team. And this is a tradition for the University of Florida. They go in and they touch the head of the Gator. So not only does it show one-to-one likenesses, it shows everything that they would do on game day, like warming up. It shows highlights. And it shows, for 2013, the best they could do when it comes to when it comes to player likeness. Now, the reason I am going to stay in this game is you will see when we pick a random play. Let's just go this one. You will see that standing in at quarterback is a one-to-one likeness, same height, same everything, for QB number 6. That is Jeff Driscoll. It's supposed to play exactly like Jeff Driscoll. It's supposed to look like Jeff Driscoll. The only thing that's been changed is minor. His hometown and his name is QB6, not Jeff Driscoll. Now, when it comes to downloading rosters, you don't even have to go in and change the names. You would go into Team Management. You would click Roster Share. It's not going to load for me because I'm not signed into Xbox Live, but you would either click Upload if you wanted to make your roster public for everyone, or if you wanted to download somebody's roster, you would just type the name that they use for Xbox, and it would download whatever roster they had most recently uploaded. So basically what would happen is one person would go in, put the names in, and then everybody would use that to download. But yeah, I hope this sheds a little light on why this was an infringement to Sam Keller's right to privacy.